What is going on? And thank you so much for stopping by, my friends, my fam, and my fellow fans of Clash of Clans. This is the Town Hall 14 Gem to Max, and I do believe that some viewers dared me to start an episode with use code Galadon. Well, come on. I mean, we're going to be spending so much that we're definitely going to make sure that the creator code Galadon is active, and I hope that you guys do as well, because it's going to help fund this thing, because the credit card bill, yeah, I've got like 30 days, so we'll see. Okay, so here we go. We're starting things out with a cool 200,000 gems, and I'll just give you a quick sneak peek into the end of this whole Gem to Max debacle, and that is that will not be nearly enough. Despite all of the magic items that I have saved up, the tons and tons of runes and endless books, yeah, it's not going to be anywhere near enough, and you'll see that as we progress through the upgrades. Also, of course, we will buy every single package available because I do think that the Royal Champion Jungle skin is definitely one of the coolest skins ever to come to the game, and I cannot wait to see if they do a King and a Queen and a Warden Jungle skin. I think that would be epic, and I'm definitely hoping that that becomes a reality. In the meantime, we bought the jungle scenery, not because we wanted the scenery, but because we wanted the loot. I'm kidding. Okay, the scenery is pretty cool too. And obviously, we thought about maybe not buying all of these packages, and then I realized, wait a minute, who am I? I'm Galadon, that's right. Okay, we buy all the packages. Now, of course, there are some books that I had more than enough of. Books of spells, books of heroes, and books of fighting. We had way too many, believe it or not. I had so many books of heroes that I could not possibly use them, even with 40 levels of pet upgrades. The final big mega pack had to go down, 70 million gold, 1.2 million dark elixir. And I'll tell you guys, that may seem like a lot of dark elixir, but I will try to put this up in one of the future videos. My notes that I took, I realized that we were looking at about 13 to 14 million dark elixir to finish this update. So yeah, it's going to be crazy. We started out, of course, with the Town Hall, got it done after I joked with the live stream that maybe we would just wait for 2 weeks and let it run out so that we could save the gems. And yes, of course, you unlock a couple of cool things like the free jungle scenery, and thank goodness for the Town Hall 14 pack. This is going to help out quite a bit, even though the books of heroes were completely a waste, as are the hero potions, but a level 2 pet house and another 600,000 dark elixir. No question, gotta pick that up because, yeah, the dark elixir demands are absolutely out of this world, and dark elixir is crazy expensive. Look at that. I've got almost 2.2 million dark elixir, 45 million elixir, and 156,000 gold, and it's barely going to scratch the surface. Just think about that. Level 14 to level 15 walls alone, pre-discount, are 700 million gold or elixir. All right, we're getting through the whole tutorial thing, talking about Lassie and pairing the heroes with the pets, and I don't honestly even know for sure which are the strongest combinations. It makes sense that you would want to put the unicorn with your archer queen because you're doing queen charges, but maybe instead you put the unicorn with the barbarian king, and when he's doing the funneling on the outside, that makes him last even longer. All right, then of course, there's a brief tutorial about the builder huts, reminding you that they will now fight. So yeah, okay. Now, this is where I'm going to start to tell you guys, again, about these notes that I took. And all of these, literally like 10 pages of notes that I hand wrote. I calculated how many books I was going to have and what the longest and shortest upgrades were. The idea being I would use hammers on the most demanding upgrades, and I would use books on the middle upgrades, and then the cheaper upgrades that didn't take as long, I would not even use books because I didn't have enough books. I believe I was going to be somewhere around 10 books short. So things like the level 1 to level 2 builder huts were the shortest in duration of time of upgrades. So those I just used straight gems on, planning to definitely use books on getting them to the final levels. Later on, once I've gone through most of the other upgrades, we were going to save these builder huts for some of the last upgrades to get completed. Now, as far as what is important to do, getting your builder huts to level 2 is probably one of the most important things to do. Okay, you got to get those guys to level 2 because it's like building a new defense. So I would always say to everybody, do that right away. You've got 5 defenses waiting to be built. Get those active, get those going. That is going to be key. Storages need to go up. The clan castle and the lab need to go up. And you'll notice that the upgrades that I'm doing are not necessarily in that category of do this first and do it in that order, because we knew we were going to do everything, okay? And the most expensive upgrades are the eagle and the clan castle, so that is why I chose to use hammers on those. Of course, I had already purchased the hammers from the League shop a long time ago. So the cooldown, remember, there's a 7-day cooldown on buying a second hammer. The cooldown was gone. I was able to go back in, buy another hammer of building, and immediately pop over to what should be near the top of everyone's upgrade priority list for Town Hall 14, and that is the clan castle. Okay, you've got that extra storage of a spell in there. 3 spells you can take into battle instead of 2. That's going to make a big difference. So let's get those in there, and we're going to get that done with a hammer, because that's probably the second most expensive upgrade. I believe scatter shots were also around the same. The raw cost is about 19 days and 19 million in gold. So it is crazy expensive to get all of these upgrades done down here in the bottom left corner. Again, not showing you what to do first based upon what I'm doing. I'm just telling you, do the builder huts, do the clan castle, do the lab, and of course do the pet house. Beyond that, I would probably say it's more important to max out your regular 4 heroes than it is to work on the pets. Based upon my experience so far, it's more important to have stronger heroes than to have strong pets helping out. Once you've unlocked the pets, then you've got the pets, and that's going to be great. And remember, you're not going to be using Dark Elixir to get your pet house up to level 4 to upgrade the 4 pets. Regular elixir to upgrade the building, and then dark elixir to upgrade the pets themselves. Okay, so yes, you'll notice that we popped right into the lab, and again, we had hammers, 2 hammers of fighting available, and the most expensive troops to upgrade were, of course, the Ice Golem and the Valkyrie, both dark elixir troops, a massive amount of dark elixir that we're going to be short anyway. It's an extremely expensive resource to buy with gems, and oh man, get ready, because we are going to spend tens of thousands of gems on just straight out buying resources, which feels bad, but you know what? It's part of the whole gem to max process, and it was a requirement. Okay, also required 2 hammers to do the 2 spells. This was nice. We went ahead and bought the second hammer of spells, so we did the poison and the clone, and we were done. Donezo, no more worries about anything as far as spells. Now, the lab troops, yes, again, that would be personal preference, whatever you use most. If you have one that you use in your farming attacks or war raids, definitely work on those first. But also, I would say that this would be on everybody's early upgrade list, and that is the new stuff, okay? The new walls and the traps, bombs, and mines that come with Town Hall 14. And of course, they're going to be super cheap to upgrade in the beginning. Also, what we're going to be doing is using these later on to empty the storages as completely as we possibly can before we use runes. And speaking of, if we're going to be using runes, we definitely want to increase the size of our storages. This is going to be key. It's not a requirement for everybody right away, but it is always high on the upgrade list. But here's the cool thing. You do not need to upgrade those storages in order to do things like upgrade the battle builder huts to level 2 and turn them into little tiny weapons. Now, you'll notice that my walls are all scattered around here in groups of 3. I thought that I would be able to, or should be able to, upgrade the walls in groups of 3. But remember, the walls are 7 million each, and pre-discount, that would be 21 million for 3 walls, and it wasn't even letting me do 2 at a time, so maybe there was a bug in here. We just had to go ahead and do the walls individually, but we did finally do our very first level 15 walls, and then, yes, I did have 364 wall rings that I had saved from previous packages. I had probably bought every single package for the past year plus in preparation for this very moment. Buying these packages, knowing that I would eventually need all of this stuff, and yes, we're going to use all of it and more. Now, I will tell you guys that I live streamed this tonight on Facebook Gaming, fb.gg/real Galadon Gaming, and now I am making the video after the end of the live stream. So it's super late my time, but I really wanted to give you guys the beginning of the Gem to Max episodes as soon as I possibly could, the day after Town Hall 14 came out. So I apologize in advance for the fact that these videos are going to be more than just one episode to give you the full Gem to Max experience. But please bear with me. Please understand that this was a ton of footage. It took me several hours to do this live, and I didn't want to stay up until the wee hours of the morning editing this video. So here's what I decided to do. Gonna give you guys the beginning of it right here. Then we're gonna continue it and compress as much of it as we can into upcoming video or videos. I haven't decided yet if this will be a two-parter or a three-parter. We'll just have to wait and see. But I promise you guys, I will give you the cumulative costs in gems, in dollars. It is absolutely insane. It gets really bad at the end of the Gem to Max when we're just straight out spending tens of thousands of gems on upgrading level 15 walls. But hey, it wouldn't be Gem to Max unless I took everything all the way to max. So thank you guys again for coming. I hope you understand, and please do come back again tomorrow for more massive Gem to Max action, Galafam. You know that I love thinking about and appreciate every single one of you every single day, so get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, be kind to the people, animals, and planet. I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more full gemming attacks or something.
Galadon! Galadon, it's late! What are you doing awake? Isn't it past your bedtime? It's past mine!